Greetings, divine beings of planet Kai. I am Ra, and today we're in nature again, and again, and again, and again, and again. I was reading an excerpt that I will include, and essentially, I wanted to just touch on the timeline split. I wanted to touch on the timeline split between 2020 and the end of the 3D Earth, 2025, the start of the 5D Earth. And in 2020, it was like a shockwave went through the spiritual ethers, the etheric realm, and a lot of people received a message telling them to wake up, because that's exactly what happened. It's like so many beings came online in 2020 and they started looking at life, looking at our everyday reality, and was kind of just like, this is just not adding up. It's not making sense. And ever since then, it's just been a ripple effect or a domino effect of mass awakening in consciousness, increase in consciousness, where people are tapping in for real, tapping into the truth frequency. And now that we're in the year of the 9 and completion, I think that's the reason why there is so much chaos taking place, because it's like the 3D realm is trying to continue on, the 5D realm is making itself apparent, and it's up to the person whether or not you are going to, let go of the 3D. Like, are you able to detach? That is the biggest spiritual lesson I believe I've learned thus far, is detachment. You have to teach yourself and train yourself how to be detached from people, places, and possessions. And it's not an overnight thing, and it's not something that's linear. It's not, let me just fix my hair one good time so I don't got to keep touching my hair. It's not linear, and it's not something that you can just expect to, like I said, perfect overnight. It's something that is truly a process, and it's a journey. But it's best to start training yourself how to detach now. It's best to start training yourself on how to detach, because when the third 3D realm, when the 3D realm ends, are you going to be well equipped to ascend? A word. Every time I sit in nature, I'm reminded that the Great Mother provides all that we need to succeed and thrive. We have everything that we need in this realm. We've been programmed to believe that we have to depend on the government to feed us, house us, clothe us, teach us. But that was an illusion, and we've been deceived. We've been deceived by people in high places within their civilizations, right? Because this is the same Roman Empire that enslaved our ancestors. So watch the world fall. Watch it. Watch it crumble. Watch it from a third person. Do not be so attached. Do not look at it as first person. Observe it. Enter observer mode as the world falls. Because if you don't, you'll fall with it. And one more thing. This Elon Musk character who is portraying that he is a savior, just as his counterpart, DT, because I don't know whose names I can say and whose names I can't. But the president and Musk understand and understand truly that they are creating a lot of chaos to be a savior, as a lot of us have heard. And with Musk, his intense, obsession or fascination with AI, artificial intelligence, it's so dangerous to the natural order. He is quite literally trying to suck people's consciousness into a hell realm. And that's why when you look at like Mars and it being disclosed that Mars was once an Earth and it has a lot of properties that Earth had, I like to refer to these beings that have been transferring consciousness for eons and utilizing empty vessels in this third dimensional reality as cosmic pirates, because that's what they are. They literally go through the galaxy, through the cosmos, doing the same thing to other planets that have intelligent life formed by source consciousness. And so we are not the first, and we will not be the last, unfortunately. But I've heard a lot of spiritual teachers speak on this being the last reincarnation cycle, and how within this cycle that we're in currently, it is like the final exam to all of those pretests that we've had in the past, all of those incarnations that we've had through our past lives, right? This is the final test. This is the final incarnation. And they're trying to trap as many people as they can to be their slaves because they can't stay here. They know that their lease is up, right? Like their lease is up. You can no longer stay here. You cannot stay in this home any longer. They're really getting evicted for real. Because Mama Kai, Mama Ki, Tiamat, Gaia, she's had enough. We've had enough. We're all interconnected. We're one. Unity consciousness. We've had enough and they know it's their time to go. But with Elon Musk, him with his Neuralink and trying to get everyone connected and uploaded their consciousness onto a cloud-like device. Because what do you think they did to Mars? They drained that planet clean of their resources as well, and so many other celestial bodies. I truly believe that the president is a Pleiadian. The same Pleiadian that we're fighting to protect. Because I've heard that the reptilian beings that are really the catalyst for the cosmic pirates, right? The ones that are really on the hunt for resources and things like that. They view the Pleiadians, blonde hair, blue-eyed beings, highly intelligent, highly intuitive, highly psychic, highly advanced technologically, as the pure race because they created them. Does that make sense? So they follow them everywhere they go. They were once on Mars too. Reptilians came, hijacked their planet. They came here to Earth, created civilizations. The reptilians are here too. And us as people, we naturally coexist. We know how to coexist because that's what nature is. Nature is a ecosystem. So we know how to coexist. Symbiotic relationships. What's the other one that starts with a C? We learned about this stuff in biology. Like, we are that. They are not that. They are unable to truly coexist. They have to destroy. They live to destroy. They live to conquer. That's why we truly cannot coexist with them. The disagreeable entities, because not all reptilians are evil. But yeah, AI, I truly believe it was Pandora's box. The Pandora's box that is written about in the Freemasons playbook, also known as the Bible. Because they're not oracles. They're not, receiving divinations from the Most High that we aren't. They're not psychics. They're not prophetic. They're writing the script. They know what's to come because everything's cyclical. We've been here before. So many ancient civilizations have failed. It's just that this time it is just very different. And they know that it's different because their lease has never truly been up until now. Because enough is enough. And no one empire can reign forever. Especially when this is not your home. And the thing about us that is so crazy is, like I just said, this has happened over and over again, right? They've continued to, once they kind of captured us, right? Not necessarily wanting to say like our soul's essence, but slick. Once they captured our mind, they've been able to fall. They've been able to wipe out a large part of the population, fall and rebuild themselves off of the impressionable, off of the shock, off of the traumatized mind that was our ancestors. When you even think about slavery, how they took everything from us, and then off of a traumatized mind state, right? Our ancestors were traumatized. You got to think, mass people were exterminated. Our culture, our history, not history, but our story, our everything was exterminated, erased, eliminated, inverted, all of this stuff. They were acting so barbarically, getting our ancestors to do inhumane acts. When you study psychology and you understand, like, that is how you break someone's psyche. When you think about bug breaking, they were breaking our melanated males. It's no different. They did that to us as a whole. And they were able to encode us. But we're so powerful that cyclically we never stay with that encoding, with that program that they've tried to input in our, conscious and subconscious long. But it's just this time we're so powerful, and they knew that this time would be different. I know, to like people that may be ear hustling or people that don't believe in thinking outside the box or thinking for themselves would probably be like, oh my gosh, she's just so insane. That's why I say don't strike the messenger. We're all just receiving downloads.